Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a mystery pick a card for you guys where there is no specific topic here. We're just going to be delving into the energies that are at play. This is going to be a series of readings that I do for the month of December because I personally love doing these kind of readings. Okay, I want to, for me, I want to know what I need to work on, what I need to know, what energies, are coming at me or whatever, so that I can better myself and, therefore create more success in my life, know what choices to make, what possibly, it's like all different things can come up in these readings. It could be about relationships. It could be about career. It could be about anything, but it is going to be whatever is most important at this particular moment in time. And, you can apply the messages to yourself, and make your own choices, of course, because we all have free will. Tarot is about free will. Okay. It can show you what's going on, but what you ultimately decide to do is what is, okay? That's what it is. You're not doomed, okay? This is just giving you suggestions as to what path to take and things like that. That's what tarot is. People don't understand what it is most of the time, which kind of blows my mind. It's like learn about what it is before thoroughly, not just from one source. Cross-reference, folks. And learn about what it truly is, okay, and how it can work for you. It is a tool to help you with success. It's to help you with your path, like in, helping you to get focused and clarity in making decisions. So obviously we have three groups here. We have group 1, group 2, group 3. I will mention this is a general reading. There are lots of people watching this. So please take what messages resonate, leave the rest. If you want a personal reading, you can head over to my Patreon and jump on one of my monthly personal reading tiers, which I have several for different things. Go over and head over, that way. The link is in the drop-down box below. If you want to get something more specific, that is, your personal question. So go ahead. I also have to mention, like, if you are feeling called to listen to more than one and like you're truly feeling that intuitively, not ego based, like, well, I want this and I want that. It's like more like you get this feeling that you're it could come and manifest in different ways. You could get tingles, or, your stomach might flip, or you'll feel like a weird sensation on the top of your head or something like this. This is an indicator of your intuition trying to tell you something. And therefore, if you are feeling drawn to listen to more than one group, then follow it. Okay. I'm not a gatekeeper. There are no rules with this. You have to learn to trust yourself and go with your intuition here, folks. Okay? So go ahead and select whichever group is calling to you. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. Who selected group 1. I hope you listened to the intro so you know what the hell is going on here. If you didn't listen to the intro, you're not going to know what this is about. Okay? You should go back and listen to it. If you haven't, then come back. Okay. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of patience and they have like serious, like very short attention spans. Thank you, social media. But it's very important that we listen to instructions and we pay attention in life because it could save your life one day. Seriously. Okay. So we are going to go with group 1 here, which is the pistachio calcite, green calcite, whatever. I mean, there's so many friggin' names these days. People like to make them fancy. It's calcite, okay? All right, so let's see what's in the cards for you guys. Let's take a look here. Wow, we have the 2 of Wands. I like this card. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is really cool. And we have the 3 of Wands. Wow, you guys, I like this group. I can tell you right now. We have this card, which is called the Dreamer. Already I'm seeing right here that you guys are in the process of literally pursuing your dreams. You are following your dreams at this particular time. Also, I take this as a special message for those of you who dream journal. Please be paying attention to your dreams right now. There's going to be some specific messages that are coming through to you at this time that could seriously help you with future endeavors to make it so that you're successful. Your guides like to connect to you through your dream state. So be paying attention to that. If you guys, I know there's people out there, but I don't dream. I don't remember my dreams. Well, if you started meditating, you definitely would remember your dreams. It's going to take some time, and practice, because that's why it's called a meditation practice. It's not something you just do and you're a professional at it. You know, ugh, that's another thing that drives me nuts about people today. You know, it takes practice. It takes time. Okay. And the more you do it, the more happy you're going to be. It changes your fucking brain structure and DNA for the better. And it's just going to make you more fulfilled with life. And I feel like for those of you who are meditating, oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know, this is you're going to be getting some profound messages, especially around the times of full moons and also new moons. Or, you know, the balsamic. So we have the dreamer. Look to your day and night dreams for guidance. There it is. Keep dreaming, keep envisioning, and give back by helping others realize their dreams, paying it forward. This is part of manifestation. You want to create more abundance in your life? This is what you do. Okay, we have the 6th house with craft. Look at that. And then we have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. So I feel this group has done a lot of planning recently, or you're going into a phase right now where, you know, I feel like for some of you, like your solar return coming up, also your progressed moon could be shifting into a specific zodiac sign, which is going to really, you know, kick it into focus, into gear, where you're going to be really like throwing down when it comes to getting organized and planning and really pursuing those dreams and goals. And it has to do with your everyday job, your craft, what it is you do for a career. You know, it has to do with work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification skills, apprenticeship, and method. So this has got to do with career. And also for some of you, it's definitely about health. You guys are planning on switching things up. You're going to switch up your nutrition, you know, your diet, your routine. And I feel like for several of you, this goes like your health is going to go hand in hand with the success in your career. Because when you are stable mentally, usually, I mean, like when you are physically fit, it's like you have a lot of endorphins running through your body, and it helps to stabilize hormones. You know, it helps to give you razor sharp, you know, clarity, thinking, especially if you are the kind of person who has inspiration come to you through movement. I know for people like me, when I start to feel like I have a block creatively, or I'm having a tough time figuring out a solution to a problem, I get my ass outside and I get moving. Or you know, if it's not conducive with the weather outside, I work out indoors. Okay. I still work out and I move my body. And when I do this, it's kind of amazing what happens, because all of a sudden it's like someone flips the switch and I have the solution to the problem. Boom, there it is. You know, if you are a creative, changing your scenery, becoming more active, it helps to unclog that energy through the chakras and get it flowing again. Okay. It's really conducive for success. That's what I'm saying here. Okay. The most successful people usually got their shit together in all areas. Okay. Or at least, you know, more than 3/4 of the areas of their life, because nobody's perfect, folks. Okay. But, you know, being physically fit and taking good care of your health is a fucking must. Because how can you focus on your work if you're constantly worrying about your health, or you're having stomach issues, or, you know, your libido's in the shitter and you're just feeling grumpy because you ain't getting any, Scorpio. You know, it's like, I feel like this is like a part of it. So, but I feel you guys are definitely putting forth the work. You're coming into a phase in your life where it's like a new learning curve. For some of you, you've been studying hard, planning, because you're going to be taking some kind of exams or a placement test or something that has to do with university. Or some of you just got accepted to some kind of program, like, you know, PhD, masters, you know, internships for a business, you know, internship, or there's some kind of new beginning here. You know, some of you are just like literally starting out in a brand new career. Okay. But your ship's coming in. It's happening for you. Okay. Because you've put in the hard work and the effort, and it's going to come to you. You know, reveal what needs to be seen. You need to basically, if you're going to get the attention to bring success into your life, you're going to have to reveal yourself. You're going to have to put yourself out there in a positive light. Show that you've got what it takes. Show you've got the skills in order to succeed and thrive. You definitely got this going on here. So what's really cool with these particular cards, and you know, it's like I never usually look at the book for these because I just go with my gut or my intuition, and also there's keywords on them, obviously. But I was looking at the book the other day, and there's like journal prompts in here for these cards, which is really fucking cool because I am a big time journaler. You know, I have dream journals. I do all kinds of stuff like this. This is something that, I mean, I've always done a dream journal, but you know, I'm getting more into journaling for other areas of my life as well. If you're on my Patreon, you know what the fuck I'm talking about because I post journal prompts all the time. But I feel like this group is definitely about that. There's definitely a lot of you here who do that. And for this, I'm going to give you guys the journal prompt with that 6th house because, you know, it could definitely like help you, you know, to get focused or maybe like, you know, spur some inspiration or something like this. So journal prompt, a shopping list of ingredients, colors, scents, foods that can support your body today. It's kind of funny because I am talking about, you know, health and fitness and stuff. So literally for some of you, you guys need to have like a health and fitness journal where you are recording your workouts. If you really want to see how you're progressing, this is a great way to do it. You take before and after photos and you could see where you're improving. It is encouraging when you do that. And also I'm just going to say it, folks, if you really want to freaking know what's going on with your body, please don't stress so much about like weight, like stepping on a scale. Instead, use a tape measure because when you are losing inches, you know, this is going to show you you're being successful. You're like making shit happen. It's happening for you. Okay. Because that, like for each inch of body fat lost, it equals 10 pounds. So boom, there you have it already. Okay. So, I think it's 10 pounds. Yes. I believe so. But anyway, yeah. So for some of you, this is what you need to be doing. This is like a focus for the coming year. And it's just like, I feel like for some of you, you're going to be in the best shape and the best, you know, health you've ever had in your life. For those of you who have been struggling with it, this is the time to get control of that in your life. Now, with the Scorpio card, reveal what needs to be seen. Let's take a look at this with last quarter moon. In Scorpio, where are we? Last quarter moon in Aries. Okay, here we go. So with this in particular, reveal what needs to be seen. There are some things that people just don't like to talk about. Drawing this card suggests there's an issue or situation in your life now that might not be easy to air. Or perhaps you feel that you shouldn't air it. That's fine. Now is a time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. So this is like kind of like a warning too. Like if you're trying to go on job interviews and you're trying to put your best foot forward, it's good to not spill your guts about every little aspect of your life. Okay. Just apply with what, you know, applies to the career, the job or whatever. Keep your personal life to your fucking self. Like literally, okay? There's a time and a place for everything. And when it comes to career and the workplace, especially depending on what culture you're from, you keep your personal life the fuck out of it. Especially if you're trying to be successful. Okay. You don't bring your drama from your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fucking whatever, your family life into the workplace. You keep that at home. That is personal. All right. So you can lose your job that way. I know someone who did. Okay. Because they got caught fucking writing nasty letters to, you know, the person that was divorcing them and they got fired. So think about that. Okay. You don't want to lose and ruin your whole life over something stupid like that, okay? They, believe me, they watch you. They monitor their, you know, the networks at job places, you know, like, you know, corporations and stuff. They are looking and seeing what's going through the emails. So just know that, okay? So anyways, don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require discretion. The less codependent you are, the better chance you have of getting what you want. There you have it, folks. Seriously. Wow. All right. So if you want to get into a manifesting mindset here, when you no longer feel the need to tell everyone what you're manifesting, you're ready to start manifesting. Exactly. And if you've been with me for a while or you're one of my patrons, you know what I always say. Keep your damn mouth shut about what you're trying to achieve. When you keep it to yourself, nobody can throw their nasty shade or their negativity into your mix, okay? Literally, keep them the fuck out of it. Keep your personal life personal. And I know people love to shit talk and they love to gossip and they like to brag. But in this case, you ain't gonna manifest shit if you keep doing that. Seriously. And yes, I'm telling it like it is. I don't sugarcoat shit. Hi, if you're new here, I'm not gonna blow sunshine up your ass. That is not what kind of tarot reader I am. So just know this, okay? I'm gonna tell it like it is because if you wanna be successful, it's what you gotta do, all right? So, all right, anyways, particular, and I'm just going to say if you're working with manifesting magic at this particular time, since this card was particularly drawn, you know, grossular garnet, pyrite, peridot, lepidolite, azurite, or black obsidian are good crystals to work with for this group. If you're looking for an affirmation, it says, I know that dramas now are healing crisis. That's interesting. So, you know, and this is talking about, you know, if you're trying to manifest anything, just keep it to yourself. When you've actually achieved what you're set out to do, then you reveal it. There's no need to sit there and, you know, let people poop all over your shine. Okay, just don't. You know, if you want to, if somebody gets curious or they get nosy, just be like, yeah, I'm working on something. I'll reveal it. Don't worry, it'll come in time. You know. You know what I mean? Just like keep it to yourself, okay? Because in time, the time will be right in which to reveal things, okay? Like seriously, when companies or, you know, people in the entertainment industry, they're going to go put something out or they're working on something, they don't go blabbing it to the entire world. You know, they keep it under wraps and then they have their launch date or their reveal or whatever. And then they let everybody know about it because then it's surprising. It's also exciting too. So, but in this case, it's like, I see your ship is coming in. As long as you follow the advice here, you work hard, you take good care of yourself at this particular time, do have a regular schedule and rituals, do get organized at this time, make sure you're cleansing your aura on a regular, work with the crystals suggested. And I think that you guys are going to be doing all right. So that's it. That's all I have for this reading. If you'd like to check out more readings by me or check out one of my personal reading tiers, my monthly personal reading tiers, the link to that is in the drop down box below. Thank you guys for being with me today, and I'll catch you next time. Those of you who chose group 2, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what comes up in the cards for you. What kind of mystery messages are afoot? Let's see. All right. Wow. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 8 of Coins. And we have the King of Coins. Oh, hello. Taurus energy right there. I mean, he is associated with Taurus. That's hence the reason why there's bulls in the background, guys. So interesting, you got 2 of these cards that came up. So we have the Dawn with card 2, and we have the Shadow with card 3. Now, I have used these cards several times. I've shuffled them many times. Whenever I get successive cards like this, it always surprises me. And obviously there is the message underlying here is there's steps to take. You don't just get from point A to point Z skipping without going through the rest of the fucking alphabet. You know what I mean? You just don't get handed something without hard work, dedication, perseverance, overcoming obstacles, patience, folks, patience, okay? And we have a lot of earth energy here. That is exactly what we're talking about. We are talking about being fucking patient and just having at it. Keep going. Don't stop. Because I get the sense that some of you are wallowing in the past way too much, and you're looking at what happened before and you're whining about the things that you've lost, but you have all these amazing things around you now that you're not having any gratitude for, which is blocking success. That is what the 5 of Cups is. It's crying over spilt milk. You know, in this case, spilled booze, spilled chocolate milk, spilled wine. I don't give a shit. Put whatever you want there, okay? You know, the point is you need to get out of this mindset, okay? The dawn approaches, but we're going to have to do some shadow work in order for this to happen. Okay. But you have great freaking success. And I do see that there is somebody, if you keep working at it, working hard and focusing on your career and your achievements right now, you're going to find success. And also you're going to catch the attention of a specific person who is going to help you on your journey. They're definitely going to take notice. So with the dawn here, do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. Exactly. Okay. Each new day is a restart. If people just looked at it that way, things would be a lot different. Okay. Then we have the shadow. Making a friend and ally of your shadow side is necessary for becoming your authentic self, a key element of true success. Yes, so true. Holy shit. I post shadow work prompts, journal prompts on my Patreon. And they're pretty fucking interesting. Plus I just do introspection, journal prompts for people to use. This helps you to get in contact with your shadow self. And this is an ongoing process that lasts a lifetime. It doesn't just go away. You just don't do it once. There's always going to be something that's bothering you or, negative feelings that, that will come on. And in order to deal with them, it's like you don't want to hide from them or push them under the rug. You want to confront them head on and use them as a learning tool to help you become better, to, be a better person, overcome fears, because in turn, you can turn around and help others who get in this kind of predicament, okay? Literally. So we also have semi-sextile with allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. You have to allow the success to come in. And by doing, how that happens is through shadow work, letting go of the past. Dwelling on the past or dwelling on relationships that didn't work out is a waste of your fucking time and energy. Pour that energy into being successful and you will be. Turn it around. I know it's hard sometimes, but you know what? Nothing comes easy that's worth having. Seriously, okay? I mean, look at people who win the lottery, who play the lottery. When they fucking win all that money, it's very rare you have a lottery winner who has a happy life afterwards. They're fucking miserable. They lose it all. They divorce their spouses who were devoted because they think they could get better pussy somewhere else or something like that. And then they end up screwed because, they lose all their money and then they got nothing. They have nobody. So, and, they just got that money handed to them. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Nothing worth having it was without work or comes just like that. It just doesn't. Okay. So moving on, we have full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. I feel like some of you are definitely holding on to fears and negativity that has come from the past, of being burned in the past, or that you think, maybe you had people around you, especially in the home growing up, because this is Cancer and that, relates to the fourth house in astrology, which has to do with your home, your surroundings, your roots, things like this. Maybe there were people around you who told you can't be, successful at a certain career, but deep in your gut intuitively, right? Intuit, that you can do this and that you were meant to do it. It's what's driving you. It lights you up inside when you think about it. You need to stop listening to negativity and assholes and start following your passions and pursuits. Okay. You cannot, I'm just going to say this too. Not everybody's going to like you on your journey. Okay. They're not going to, and not everybody's going to be supportive. And that's including family members, but you have to do you in the end. Think about it. We are born into this life alone and we die alone. Okay. That is how this works. Even if you're a twin, twins don't come out at the same exact time. Okay. I mean, yeah, you're born alone. You come into this world alone and you're going to go out alone. All right. So that's kind of like the metaphor. You need to do things for yourself. You need to do, what is calling you, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. Because when you choose a path in life that brings you happiness and joy and lights you up and, you feel good, it's like your work is no longer work. It's a passion. It's your career. It's, happiness. It brings you joy. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. This is what this group needs to focus on here. And, dissolving your fears of not being good enough or success. Some people literally start becoming successful and they deliberately sabotage it because they're so used to having nothing good happen that they fucking ruin it by thinking something bad is going to happen. That is actually creating the bad to happen. Okay. Thinking that way. So you need to start thinking like this King of Pentacles, King of Coins. He's got his shit together. He's grounded. He's stable. He's very fixed. Okay. And, he gets what he wants. He doesn't stop until he gets it. You know what I mean? And that's what this group, by working hard, you will get there. Most definitely. Make friends with that shadow self. If people here do not understand what shadow work is, head over to my Patreon. I've had several posts where we've talked about this. We did a podcast about it in the past. People think it's something having to do with like evil or, bad or, nasty things. It's not. It's you dealing with being your human self. And everybody has, negative thoughts at times. And, we can be quite hard on ourselves sometimes. So by embracing the shadow self and realizing and feeling the pain that comes along with it, by feeling it, you can tackle it and overcome it. Okay. You can't shove that under a rug and expect anything good to happen from that. Okay. It will come back and it will rear its ugly head in one way or another. Okay. Think about it. It's especially if you guys haven't had your Saturn return yet. The things you're supposed to deal with before that happen, you need to deal with that because come hell or high water, when freaking Saturn return happens, you're going to be forced to deal with it and you don't have a choice. So yes. All right. So with this card in particular, which is really cool, there are journal prompts with these cards, which is something I have never messed around with this particular deck. Usually I just am doing, intuitive readings with them and stuff. But I was perusing when I was organizing my office. I was rummaging through the books of some of my decks and just playing around with it. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is so cool. They have, journal prompts in here. So I'm going to give you the journal prompt here. And we have semi-sextile allowing. And the journal prompt here is write a question to an imaginary advice column and respond to yourself in the voice of a BFF or trusted guide. This is a great one, okay? Especially if you're doing shadow work, like literally, okay? I mean, this is such a good journal prompt, okay? Because you are your best friend, all right? Inherently, and your guides are definitely like that. So tap into that energy and start working on this because it could definitely bring some aha moments for a few of you, I think. So we have full moon in Cancer here. Let's take a peek at this. So with full moon in Cancer, fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating while neediness isn't usually very attractive. Hell no, it's not attractive. Ugh. Acting out of fear is a risky response. So if you dwell on your insecurities, if you dwell on those insecurities, If you dwell on your insecurities, what you'll manifest is an extension of those insecurities. Exactly what I was saying with that card. The reason why we should face our fears is that in doing so, they often simply dissolve. If we don't face them, they can influence us to act in ways we otherwise wouldn't, which means we can end up manifesting the very thing we were hoping to avoid. Exactly what I said. To see off the fear that's in you, face it right now. Yes. So, the manifesting mindset with this card is facing your fears and working out where they came from. Like, ask yourself why. When I pose this question to people, it always blows my mind because their mouths hang open and they stare at me blinking. I'm like, why do you think this? Why do you believe this? And they literally cannot give me an answer because they've never thought about it because they just mindlessly buy into bullshit or, they just choose to adopt somebody else's point of view without thinking for themselves. Okay, seriously, ask yourself why. So facing your fears and working out where they came from will point you in the right direction and get you into the right mindset. Awesome. Okay. So anyway, that's what came up here. I kind of want to pull a divine door for this group. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. So I'm going to do that for you guys. But think about it. Cancer. Also, for some of you, your progressed moon could be moving into Cancer in the near future. Hey. And when that happens, depending on what your natal moon is in, it could be quite an emotional time for you. So, you know, if, like, say, for instance, your natal moon is in Aquarius, you're definitely going to feel the Cancer fucking progressed moon. I'll tell you that much right now, because you're going to have to feel. All right. So let's see what messages. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have this right here. It looks like Venice. Distant dream. The distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. Nice. And then we have this one right here. Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. And then you have this one, which is 1111. Numbers and doubles, synchronicity and 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Don't hold back that love. Like, literally, wallowing in some past bullshit is not helping you to achieve the love in your life that you freaking want to have, especially love for yourself. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this group. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there's a link to my Patreon where I post all kinds of readings over there, and you can jump on one of my personal reading tiers that happen every month. So thank you guys for being with me today, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Those of you who chose group 3, this is going to be your reading, and we've had some interesting stuff come up with the other 2 groups. Let's see what mystery messages need to be heard for you guys. So, oh, you got 4 cards here. So we have the 5 of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. I think I can see exactly where this is going. Jesus. Okay. We have the Resolute. We have last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. Yes. And we have the Numinous with mystery. Okay. So I can already see picking your battles is key here to your success. If you want abundance and you want happiness in your life, you're going to have to go within and ask yourself, why the fuck do you keep getting up in other people's business? Or why are you always being sucked into dramas of other people? There's a time and a place for everything. And literally, you need to put down your sword. And also, for some of you, you've been fighting too hard to try to freaking force somebody to see your point of view, or you're trying really hard to make something happen that's just not meant for you, and it's not gonna happen, and it's time to walk away, okay? You have what it takes to be successful, okay? Most definitely. You have all the tools at your disposal in order to be really successful if you want to, but it's gonna require some inner work, a spiritual journey, an awakening to occur in order to bring this abundance in. Okay, so the Resolute here. This is card 17. If you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may appear to you to be always in the future or another person's power. Or in another person's power. Again, I feel like you've been giving up too much power for too fucking long too. Okay, you're letting other people's dramas control your decisions in your life. You need to think for yourself here. You need to put it down, lay it down, and walk the fuck away, okay? If you want to be victorious. In this case, it's like this could mean that he could be victorious and he's won the fucking battle, or else it means there's a need to walk away from something that's just not working for you, okay? By walking away, this is what's going to freaking light you up and basically send you on a new path, like a spiritual journey, spiritual fulfillment, and, you know, monetarily, you're going to have a lot of fulfillment because this is, you know, great abundance. You're doing good. Things are working out, but you need to reflect on priorities here. What's the priority here? Do you want success? How bad do you really want it? This is the question you need to ask yourself. Because some people claim they want something really bad, but then they don't fucking bother to get off their ass and go for it. You know, they're expecting somebody else to do it, or they're trying to cheat, like, and do get rich quick schemes, or, they don't think they have to put forth any effort or actually have any skills in order to get where they want to go. But that's just not the case. You just don't get handed something for nothing. And this came up in another group as well. Okay. Anything worth having, it's going to require some work and some patience and some elbow grease on your part. Okay. I think a lot of you could be frustrated and you're afraid to make this move because you're so scared of what's out there. You're afraid of, it's because the future, you don't know the future. You don't know what, you're afraid that, oh my God, if I make this big leap, or if I walk away from this group of people, or I walk away from this position that I'm very unhappy in, or whatever, that I don't know what I'm walking into. Will I ever have love again? Or will I ever have friends again? Or will I ever, have something as good? But if it's that miserable and you're constantly being sucked into drama and, there's a lot of fucking turmoil and shit going on around you all the time, how's that good? Again, ask yourself. And also, if you are unhappy in a career, do not just up and quit your fucking job without fucking security in place. Okay? When people do that, I mean, like literally, it's funny, I brought up lottery winners in one of the other groups. And I remember they had this internet article that was the truth about lottery winners, and it's ugly. And so I read it, and it had like actual lottery winners. They did a thing, and they sent out a message asking, all these people who have won lotteries to write into them and tell them what their experience with winning the lottery was really like. And this guy, he only won like fucking $13,000 and he quit his job. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he basically ruined his life by doing that. And he lost everything. It's like, you don't quit he obviously was not educated enough in money matters to understand that you can't survive off $13,000 very easily. Okay. It's not going to sustain you for a lifetime. You don't just walk away from your career over that. That's just stupid. Okay. So, it's just like, it cracks me up every time I think about it. It makes me cringe because God, get real, dude. So, there's a definite need here with this group to reflect on your priorities. What is it that you actually want to achieve? Because guess what? You need tools and specific educations under your belt in order to get where you're going. And for some of you, you already have these things. Okay. You have a talent or something like this that you can use to actually create great wealth in your life. But are you using it? I think you're too scared of using it because you're afraid you're going to fail. But guess what? Through failure is how we learn too. Okay. Not everything is going to be perfect every fucking time. But if you want to, not fail and you want to make sure you're not fucking things up, education and learning is the key. And when I say education, I mean learning as much as you can about the subject matter at hand, okay? And really going to experts and finding mentors and things like this around you who can help you to get where you need to go, okay? By thinking that you don't have to do anything and that you're just so fucking great and all this other kind of stuff, and that you don't ever have to freaking, work beneath somebody or else, start at the bottom of something. I mean, come on. Okay. That's not reality. All right. At all. When we're talking about careers in particular, when we're looking at that Hermit card, I have to mention, this could talk about like a lot of things that have to do with telecommunications. It could talk about editing things, computing, software development, anything having to do with like electronic gadgets, anything having to do with being a teacher, a healer, things like that have to do with transport, anything where we're doing a lot of proofreading or writing as part of our job. These are all in this area. So for some of you, that could actually have some connotation there. And mean something to some of you. With that 9 of Pentacles, usually this shows that you can, like, as long as you put forth the effort and drive, like literally, and then you put it out there and you've done all the freaking groundwork and and you've put your, you have plan Bs and you have like different things in order in case something goes awry. And you've set yourself up and you've got that sweet spot, and then you launch something or you start something or you go for something. The 9 of Pentacles talks about overnight success, where, you know, you could be put into a position where you're like a project manager of something. You can get like put into a position like this. It shows that you have a real talent for what you do. It shows also like that you're good at working through the administration parts of businesses and things like this. So, you know, think about this. You know, magician also is very communicative. This is Mercury energy. So a lot of you, communication is very much key here, and watching who the fuck you're communicating with. Okay. And it's going to require patience. It's going to require time. It's going to require organization and hard work. Okay. And so for some of you who are afraid of, you know, the mystery of what life is going to bring, part of the fun is the journey along the way and not knowing, okay? We have the unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work. Shadow work needs to be done here on a regular. If you don't know what shadow work is, head over to my Patreon, okay? I post shadow work journal prompts all the time. I've done podcasts about it. I talk about it all the freaking time. It's not evil. It's not bad. It's not scary. Are you scared of yourself? Do you think you're evil? Do you think you're bad? Okay. Because shadow work is working upon your own fears and dealing with them. Okay. Shadow work came up in group 2. You guys might want to go back and look at that. Okay. Because I explained it a little bit better. So we have inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, and intuition. I feel like this group really needs to freaking learn to listen to their intuition and trust themselves, because this is part of the problem with this one right here. You're not listening to your gut. You're not following your intuition, and you're letting other people, and you're succeeding your power to other people when literally in your gut, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. You need to reflect on those priorities here. Now, with this card in particular, it's really cool. I brought up journal prompts because this literally has a journal prompt with it, and I'm going to find it somewhere in this book. Okay, hold on. She doesn't bother to fucking do that. Lovely. Okay, hold on. Bear with me here. I'm gonna find it. So we have planets, we have the ascendant. Okay, wait. These are really cool. It's like, I've never really used the book with these at all, okay? Because I always just use, you know, the intuition. But anyway, with Numenos here, for the journal prompt here, it's a conversation between your higher self and the goddess. So basically, what you do is you sit down, and in your journal, you're going to have a conversation between your higher self and the great goddess, okay? Whichever goddess also that you definitely jive with. This is a good one. And just start writing whatever flows out of you. And again, we have Mercury here. So I feel like for some of you, you're pretty good at writing things. So, and this could be a very powerful manifestation tool for a couple of you, or maybe just one of you. But writing that out and getting into a relaxed, calm, meditative state before you start to do this is actually going to like help to really open up the higher self and make that energy flow. And you might get some pretty friggin' profound, awesome messages this way, okay? That's gonna help you on your spiritual journey. I feel like doing this on a regular basis for this group could be very beneficial. And it could help you to reflect on those priorities. So let's take a look at the last quarter moon here in Aquarius. All right. So with this particular message here, it says, drawing this card suggests it's time to be more grounded. Bingo. And work out what really matters to you. Once you're clear about your priorities, you can start to allot time, energy, and focus to them. If you want to create something solid, it takes a mix of good ideas and practical work. The most important thing to work out now is what's really important to you and whether you're living your life in accordance with that. If not, this card is a nudge to make changes so you can achieve what you want. Yes, because it's going to bring abundance, big time. So the mindset here is once you know your priorities, it becomes possible for you to work out where to focus your attention in terms of your life and your manifesting. And particular crystals to use for this group would be hematite, bloodstone, orange calcite, jasper, blue apatite, or amethyst. Very nice. And this is orange calcite right here. I fucking love this piece. Look at it. It is so yummy. It's so happy. I really love orange crystals, and as well as yellow ones. I also want to show you guys this one. I don't know if you can see it right here. Here, I'm gonna pick them up. Look at that. That's orange calcite going through there. Oh, I can't remember what all else is in here. Dendritic, I think. Dendritic, orange calcite. Oh, so beautiful. I freaking love that. So I highly recommend, and this is really good for creativity, anything with the sacral chakra. And I feel like this group also needs to work on past life healing, which is what the hematite is all about, definitely. And really freaking, you know, working with yellow crystals as well. This is yellow fluorite, you know, because that's the Manipura, that's like your solar plexus. This is your personal power. And I feel like this group really needs to work on that a little bit more, because it's going to help you to stand your ground and not give your power away so much, you guys, okay? Because you have what it takes to really achieve some amazing fucking things. And I feel like you're pretty much a very gentle kind of spiritual person at heart anyway. And you need to give yourself credit for your talents and stop giving that away too, and recognizing them and really, you know, nurturing that side, okay? Be more creative. Enjoy your life more. Have more fun. Okay, you guys? So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this reading. If you'd like to check out more of my readings, head over to my Patreon. The link is down below in the drop-down box, and you can jump on my monthly reading tiers also if you want to get personal readings. Thank you guys for being with me today, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.